Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
So I am currently getting ready to go with my husband to Maui. As I record this episode, you are going to get this probably towards the end of the week that we're actually there. But as I record the podcast episodes in advance and actually preparing 2 weeks, not just a week in advance now, but 2 weeks, because then everything will be all set to go the week that we are back. But I am getting little small gifts from my kids for each day that we're away. So we've done this before when we've been away for big chunks of time. And as I'm picking up like these small little, I don't know if they're called Beanie Boos, or the little stacking ones are, you know, if you have kids that like stuffies, like these are like the ones with the big googly eyes, and there's little teeny ones, and then there's ones that are on like kind of bigger size and bigger size and bigger ones. And so these are these little like stackable ones, and our boys love them, especially my oldest son Tyson, who's 7.5. And so I'm kind of getting some stuff together and kind of some bigger things, and I was thinking, and as I'm doing it, I'm like, okay, so before, when I've done this with a friend of ours that's come to watch our kids, and this time my sister-in-law, my husband's sister Katie, so much love and appreciation to Katie for coming up to spend time with the boys and to allow us some time to connect together in Maui to watch the kids. And she doesn't have children, you know, so it's kind of like that, you know, you don't have kids, you kind of don't know some of these things, and I'm like, is she gonna know to do the same thing each day or the same type of thing? So I was like, well, why don't I just kind of go, here's the Monday, the Tuesday, like, you know, whatever the days are. And then I thought, you know what would be really cool is if I actually wrap them. And, you know, the piece of me first goes to like, when do I have time to wrap each of these things? There's going to be like, I think 7 or 8 things times 2 boys. And, you know, I'm like, wouldn't that be really special if they got to unwrap something each day? Like, I think they would think that would be really, really special. And my purpose in doing it is not to have my kids have more fucking toys, which everybody has kids has toys, and you're like, God, how much stuff do they need and all this? But, you know, I think for us and for our boys being little, it's little things to give to them, and we're going to have kind of like one bigger gift to just, you know, let them know that we're thinking about them. I want them to just be thinking of mommy and daddy as they do that. And it's a little harder for us at times to call our kids when we're away. We still will. But, you know, it just depending on if someone's tired at the end of the day or the beginning of the day, Katie's trying to get them out the door, like, timing never seems to be all that great. I have very low expectations when we're away and we call our kids. It's usually going to be a gong show, at least when they're still little. And I was like, wouldn't that be something that it would just be a little bit extra special for them, that they get to actually unwrap something each time? And then have that experience. Like, wouldn't that be really cool to do that for them? Is they get to actually unwrap, like they have an actual little gift, not just like Katie hands them something, but to do that. And then I thought, man, what would happen if we treated our entire life of these special moments, right? So let's say, for example, if you sit down to eat by yourself, maybe it's like me right now, I'm going to grab a little something to eat. Then I've got kids to pick up in a little bit less than around 2 hours. I've done some work this morning. I'm doing some errands, and I was going to get out to my stand-up paddleboard early this morning. It just didn't happen with my little one up early, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go out in the middle of the day. I'm going to get some lunch. I'm going to go out for like 30 minutes or so. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to get some sun. It's going to be great. And, you know, I could sit down. I could kind of stand as I eat. I could do that, and I just might. But, you know, what if when you actually go to eat by yourself certain times, that you actually make it special? Like, maybe if you're home, like you actually set a placemat for yourself and a plate. Or when you go to drink a glass of wine, maybe you do at home, you don't just, you know, take out the shitty wine glasses, but you take out the nice ones that you reserve for company and if you have special parties. Like, what would happen if you treated the moments in your life as special, as things that matter, like as if maybe you were trying to impress somebody, but the thing is that you just do it for yourself? What would that be like? You prepared your, food with just so much love and care, that you laid out clothes you're wearing the next day, that you kept your house clean and orderly, your vehicle, as if, for example, so here with my car, I got the car washed last week. Actually, both our vehicles washed. We found a really cool company that actually comes to your house. It's the best ever. And got the car cleaned up. And I actually got my car cleaned about 3-4 weeks prior to that as well, and was just like, man, this is great. Like, I'm going to continue to keep my car clean, not go like, it's the car that the kids are in most of the time. There's going to be food there. It's going to get dirty and footprints and sticky shit. And I was like, you know what? No, my vehicle matters to me. I know what it's like when it's clean. I know what it's like when it's like a pigsty. And I feel different each time. I matter enough to keep these things clean and to care for it that way. I'm going through a home right now and just decluttering stuff and throwing things out and tidying and, little things as well too. My kids' rooms, I'm not necessarily getting their help, but I'm keeping them orderly and showing the kids, like, listen, this is what happens when you really care for your things, your different toys. They're all organized into different bins, and we keep things special because they matter to us. Like what would happen again too if maybe you have rituals that you create for yourself each morning. I don't know, it's something I talk about in the podcast several times, called the More For, which, by the way, side note, if you subscribe to the 101 Tomorrow newsletter, number one, if you haven't gotten it, send me an email at drkaren@drkarenosborne.com, and I'll make sure that you get the More For action guide and the PDF, so how to start your day in power. But just subscribe to the newsletter and I'm going to send it to you. Right? And you start your day in the special notes. So that's at drkarenosborne.com/action guide. So quick plug for that, and for me to be able to give you that special gift. But what would happen if you made things special in your day, in your life? Now, perhaps you can't do it with everything, right? But you did. When you sat down to journal, you had a journal that you love. You like to feel the paper. You like the way it looks. You had a special pen that was just for your journaling. For me, my meditation is like sacred time. It's sacred. So I invested in something called Muse. It's a couple $100. It's a meditation device. It allows to actually measure my brain waves. It gives me biofeedback, so I hear birds tweeting and ocean sound, the ocean settling and not big crashing waves, when I know I've gotten to a place of meditation, or from that deep state of relaxation in my meditation. And I have that right next to my bed. I have supplements out each day. Those things matter to me. I also do little things like I make sure there's enough. We've got an espresso machine. Is there enough water in the espresso machine? Is there enough beans in there? I put up my coffee cup with my keto cream in there. It's all ready to go. Blender, knife out to put the butter in. I know it sounds a little crazy, right? To kind of go you do all these things? Yeah, I do. And I wake up in the morning and everything's set. My essential oils are my diffuser, and I just turn them on and I walk around the room. Special. So you can create these rituals in your life, whether it's how you start your day, whether it's how you start your day with your children, with your husband, how you end your day, the time you spend with yourself. You can create these rituals. You can make things special. So here's your more tip for today. What is one thing you can do to create a special ritual each day? And that can be with your kids, with your husband, with yourself, with your friends, maybe with your parents you communicate with on a regular basis, something you do in business for your health, your body. I don't know what it is, but what is one special thing you can do every single day? Every single day. That's it. I mean, for me, with me now connecting more to spirituality, universe, God, higher power, source, whatever word, verbiage works for you, I've actually now realized that for me to have something spiritual that I read right now, I just started reading Course in Miracles today, and I'm mind blown, but it's important for me. I know how it feels in my body, in my soul, in my heart, in my being, when I read something spiritual and connect with that. It's carried me through, I'm recording this now at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's carried me through my morning, through some difficult things that came up with children, through Like, it matters to me to have that special time to connect into Spirit and God, Source. So what is one special thing that you can put into your day that matters to you, sister? Because see, to me, when you do these things, not only does it say that these things matter, it says that you matter. Or if you're speaking to yourself, you're saying, I matter. I am important. I'm special. I am loving enough towards myself that I'm going to create at least one special ritual in my day every single day. So I will talk to the next episode, sister. A life of more is just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosburn.com/newsletter.